Correct. All right. Recording?
Is it on?
Yeah. So
It's on.
yeah.
The
All
light
right.
is
So
flashing.
this it. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like we've known each other for 8, 9 years now. Wait a second. We've known each other 8, 9 years now, and I never saw myself married or getting married until 2 years ago. When I met you, I fell in love with you, which was weird as hell. Because, shout out to my boy Nathaniel.
His name is not
I
Nathaniel.
thought it was Nate.
It is, but it's not Nathaniel.
I heard it's like some other weird shit.
It's named Borsaki.
Excuse me?
It's named Borsaki.
That shit sound like a plant or a cough.
There's
There's no Borsaki. Shout out to my boy Nate Borsaki.
Oh gosh.
Shout out to my boy Nate
I don't think
Borsaki.
Nate gets the credit for that, but okay.
Well, he got the credit, but
I mean, my sister. Okay, whatever.
been in love with you ever since. And I know when I engaged to you that
When you
okay.
proposed to me,
Jamaican people say engaged.
Jamaican people wrong.
Gotcha. That okay. I knew that I was like ready to actually make the commitment, and I didn't have a date, but I'm ready to get married. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always find out I used to always find it like kind of rude when you used to say that. I think you guys should get married or when they done everything they ever done, and then want to get married in the future.
What?
You said something about guys should get married when they older instead of
Yeah,
when
but
they
it had
young.
nothing to do with because they've done everything they've done. I think that the emotional maturity that comes along with marriage, or that should, in my opinion, come along with marriage, doesn't take place until a man is 40 or a woman's in her late 30s.
But you have some guys that's in my,
Oh my gosh,
age.
I'm not asking for the exceptions. I'm talking about the rule.
But suppose you go on and wait for this guy that's.
And also, no.
No.
I ain't telling nobody to wait.
No, I'm saying, but wait for the emotional growth of the man, and he's still not emotional growth. What you do then? I mean, you might have a guy that's in his early 20s, late 20s or early 30s that's emotionally growth.
Again, you're speaking about the exceptions, and I'm talking about the rule. You yourself said that you are a different man now that you're in your 40s than you were.
No,
What you close your mouth? What you finna say?
No, because I'm not talking about just because I'm in my 40s. It's because of who I met. Because you can meet somebody that impact your life to make you just see life differently. It's not about my age. I could have probably been still.
Maybe you met me 9-10 years ago, and you weren't trying to get married 9-10 years ago. So clearly, it was not because of who you met. Something else happened.
No, honey, no time out. Back up. No, it is because of who I met. Because remember, when we met, we weren't together for years. We just really got together 2 years ago.
I'm aware of.
You see what I'm saying? So let's cut that out. Let's cut that out.
You can't though, because during that time, no. During that time, you had experiences that shaped you.
But that wasn't with you.
It doesn't matter who it's with.
It matters. Baby,
What?
listen to
Your experiences are your experiences. They shape you regardless of who they're with. My experiences that didn't have anything to do with you shaped me. Your battery low.
Well, it shape you. But guess what? It ain't shape me.
You gotta do nothing.
Because guess what? Nothing changed. Nothing changed until 2 years ago. Because the impact that you have with the person, experiences you go through with the impact changes you. If we don't got together 2 years ago, I'd probably been the same person. Guaranteed, because it's the person or people or thing that impact you to make the change in you.
I think it is. I don't think you can discount age and experience.
No, I'm not saying discount it. I'm just saying that that's not a definite. Because
there is no definite.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a definite either.
It's the way you say things.
My rule of thumb.
Your tone is very imperative, so it sounds like it's factual. So sometimes I gotta step in.
No, you ain't gotta do nothing. My rule of thumb is, and it's been tested. If you look at a lot of relationships, a lot of times when people get married early, when I say early, I mean like in their 20s. Mm-hmm. If they're in their 40s now, 9 times out of 10 they're not happy.
I somewhat can agree.
However,
because that might have been the right person that impacted them, or they might have grown together through different things that impact and grow as a couple. It comes down to the person.
What are you talking about? I said if they got together in their 20s and they're in their 40s now, 9 times out of 10 they're not happy. You said you agree, but then you said somebody impacted.
Because I've seen couples on TV also that's been together from when they're in their 20s and they're together in their 50s or 40s, and they grew together because that person was the right person they impacted with. Perfect example.
You talking about TV? I ain't talking about TV.
Okay, real life TV, whatever. Listen,
no. The reason I say that is because TV is TV. Like if you tell me you got a friend who got married in his 20s and out here in his 40s and he's happy, that's different because you know you've been a part of those growth spurts in that relationship. But don't tell me about TV. Like you can't tell me about a TV couple.
You know what? I think you and I are lucky to find each other. What I say that because
you lucky to find me.
Gotcha. Whatever you want to say.
Because it says he who finds a wife.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's he? That's the book. That's the Bible.
That's the book. You so ignorant. Yes, that's the Bible.
Listen, baby. What we have, because I like you.
I like you too.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's very rare, I think, that you actually be with somebody. You could be with somebody that's better looking, more money or whatever, but it's something that you can't put your finger on with that person that you just like.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes I know you're probably not attracted to me that day, but guess what?
I'm never not attracted to you.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, don't throw that out there. If I was ever not attracted to you, then we would have a problem.
Suppose I put my booger and when I'm sweaty.
You're so crass.
No, I'm not saying, but honey, when I'm sweaty, you go,
I'm not attracted to you. I just don't want you on me because you sweaty.
You act so prissy sometimes.
I would say something, but
but listen, what I'm saying is that you can get with someone and be like, man, I'm attracted to this person. I love the way she is and things are going well. But there might be something where the base that doesn't find that helps to keep you guys together. As far as just the simple things like, it's just like the company of the person. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think we're lucky because there's been some times that you can't stand me and I can't stand your ass. See, I had the ass in there just to be more imperative. And it's like...
You just learned that word. You said imperative twice in 5
years. You just said that as a kid, you learned that new word.
No.
That is contradictory.
No. I had a good vocabulary from the time I was...
Not me.
You still ain't got one.
Gotcha. So, it's just that it's once you find that person where you just feel like the base is always good, it's always going to be somewhat a chance for you to keep going further. But not a lot of couples have that. I used to always tell you used to get mad at me. And I said in the past that, man, if me and you don't work, we'll still be tight. And you used to hate when I say that. But when I wasn't trying to be rude.
We wouldn't have been tight.
Whatever. I didn't want to try to... I'm
not about to be with... I'm not about to still be your friend.
But man, you just cool like
we
that,
cool,
man.
but I ain't about to fuck with you like that.
If
we broke up today, I'm done with you, dog.
Baby, it's hard for you to leave me alone.
Well, you have a relationship with my girls, so I would see you, but I wouldn't fuck with you. What?
It's hard for you to leave the kid. You know what I'm saying? No, but baby, what I'm saying is that we just blend well. It's like you can't help the fact that people can just look at us and tell that we enjoy each other.
But you started this conversation talking about when you first proposed to me. You knew then that you had a date in mind then? No,
when I proposed to you, it's because I knew, like I said, there's been a lot of growth with me through you, and knowing like where the direction I want to go as a man and as your husband, that I knew, okay, boom, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if a lot of guys feel that way when they actually propose. Like if they thinking that far ahead, or they actually like, this is what they really want to do, rather than someone feeling pressured, feeling forced, or feeling afraid to lose the woman.
You know how I feel about that. We've had countless conversations about that. Well, first off, you and I had the conversation already, and I said, I believe that when a man proposes to a woman and she accepts, that means at the time in which he proposed, that means to me that he was ready at that moment to make her his wife. And at the time in which she accepted, that means to me that she was ready at that moment to become his wife. I don't believe that I've never thought it made sense to propose to somebody to see if she the woman you want to marry, or to accept a proposal and test out whether or not this is the man you want to marry. I've never subscribed to that. But I do know people do that. And that's why they get engaged and then they be engaged for like years and years and years without a date. And I think a lot of times it's because neither one of them, or maybe one of them, really wasn't ready for the commitment that they symbolize with the engagement. But you and I talked about it though. I think that's important. I think you and I told you what I felt like a proposal meant, and you told me what you felt like a proposal meant.
Yeah.
Although when we first talked about it, you had no intention on getting married.
Absolutely not. Now, I just thought about something that came to me. Now, can the cost of the ring actually throw both sides off? What I mean by that, like say, if the guy spends X amount of money on the ring, is that an indication somewhat that like, yeah, this is, I'm sure, like he spends like some good money on the ring. Now hear me out.
I'm listening.
Now, and the woman that possibly not even thinking about getting married, but see this nice ass ring, her subconscious is like, God damn, this ring is nice. A woman of value. And be like, but damn, I really don't want to marry him yet. Like, damn. So she actually damn near somewhat getting forced from the expense of the ring to actually go through with it. But he really want to get married, but she necessarily don't. But the actual cost of the ring and the dynamic of the ring, I'm not saying
it's possible.
Yeah, I'm not saying it happened, but I'm sure it possibly. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
If I come to you with like some little popcorn ring, like this man ain't.
But the size of the rock or the cost of the ring is not indicative of how much he wants to marry her.
I understand
that's indicative of his financial ability.
I understand that, but the effort that goes into the ring though, not necessarily.
But if he don't make no money, he can't.
That's my point. But if he does make money and he shows the effort, and it could be that's also a front too. It could be a lot of different things going on as far as like just a shut her up type ring.
It's a lot of them.
You know,
it's a lot of
them. This is
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, take the shit.
It's a lot of them, and you can always tell when it was a shut the heck up ring because of what happens after they get engaged. Mm-hmm. If they, they're engaged, but don't nobody talk about a wedding. They engaged, but ain't nobody got no date. Every time you ask them, they looking at each other. And that's how you know. And I remember saying to you, we've had so many conversations about this, but I remember saying to you that there are a lot of women out there who have those rings and can't figure out why he's not ready to go to the next level. And the reason that he gave her that shut the heck up ring is because, like you said, he doesn't want to lose her. And he thinks that whether she said it or not, I guess you guys feel a pressure, which is really, really so funny.
The pressure.
Y'all supposed to be so strong and
we're not. Yes.
But
physically,
the pressure.
We're not used. Listen,
y'all can't take now a bit of pressure, and I find that so hilarious.
We don't like to make you guys feel like sad. It bothers us.
So I'm gonna be happy that I got a ring for 5 years.
It's so tough being a guy, man. It's tough, man, because we have the balance. Whatever, man.
We got the balance, y'all. Ego versus your man. Don't get out here with balance. We got the balance.
I understand what you're saying, but it's tough on us, man.
It ain't that tough.
Yeah.
Man up. If you don't want to marry the chick, then don't propose to the chick.
Baby, it's hard for us with the pressures.
What is the pressure?
The family, the friends, the mama, the daddy, the commitment that you said that you want to do. Sometimes guys come up with an excuse like, yeah, man, I'm married, but, man, I'm trying to pay off.
I got to pay off the IRS.
Yeah, man, the job, talking about laying off.
I don't know if it's going to be a layoff.
But, hey, man, you just started a week ago.
What's the pressure? I mean, I get what you're saying. I guess because I recognize that for me, marriage is important. Like it's sacred. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not ready, then I don't think you accept the proposal.
Maybe it's hard for...
And I don't think you propose. Like, why would you propose to a woman and get her hopes all up high and have her go around saying, "Oh, look at my ring. Oh, girl, don't get married," and get her all excited. But okay. I feel like this. What's more important? The pressure or rather what should have the biggest impact? The pressure of whatever those forces are that's compelling you to propose to this woman, or how she's going to feel and you breaking her heart when she recognizes that you never really wanted to marry her.
He's thinking about all of that. And once again, he's afraid it's really tough to just actually, like you say, man up and just be straight up with the woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's some kind of practice as a young boy that we just always have this weakness for not making a woman feel bad.
Yeah,
from
but she
telling
don't
the
feel
truth.
bad.
From
When she find out you really don't want to marry her.
Correct.
When
From
y'all
telling the
have
truth.
that argument, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be an argument where y'all popping off at each other. Da, 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 da. And she was like, "You won't even send a date." And he was like, "The only reason I gave you the goddamn reason, shut your ass the fuck up." Bam.
Damn.
Now what? So she's now crushed because the truth has finally come out. You called yourself, the pressure. The truth has finally come out. Now she's heartbroken because now all of her answers are obvious. Now she gets. That's why he never wanted to set a date. That's why he wouldn't talk about the wedding. That's why, you know what I mean? And so now she's broken. So that's why I said pick one. Is it more important to you that you succumb to the pressure, or is it more important to you that you don't break this woman's heart who you say you love? If you ain't ready to get married, dog, then don't freaking propose to the girl. And if during the engagement you feel like, you know what, I made a mistake, this ain't right, man up and say, baby, let's take a step back. Because at the end of the day, I promise you, she would rather, a lot of women, I ain't gonna say, because there's some women out there that just want to be a Mrs., because that's all they want to do. But women who value marriage and value love and value, partnership, she would rather you be honest with her.
I agree.
Figure out if y'all can work through it, and if necessary, walk away to give somebody else the opportunity to make her whole or make her happy or whatever, then 10 years down the line, being in a marriage that she's freaking miserable in.
I agree. It's just, I think, like I said, I just think it's something embedded in young men going into an adult man that is just, we're so afraid to have that conversation to hurt the women, like you said, rather than thinking about how worse it could be, than by just not telling her how you really feel.
I think y'all treat us sometimes like these porcelain dolls.
Yes.
And I think,
It's from childhood.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I just want it to be unlearned. Because, for example, when a man, okay, I'm going to give you a prime example. We've had this conversation before. Of course. We've had this, what? He's a minute away. We've had this conversation before. Men, when they're dating, will toss you up, flip it up, rub it down. Oh, no. Right? But as soon as he falls in love, all that goes away.
They talking about me?
Why ain't nobody talking about you, nigga? I'm talking about people generally. You ain't the only person that had this conversation.
You were talking about me.
Well, as soon as he falls in love, it goes away. And then so the woman is like, what? I miss being tossed up and flipped up and rubbed down. And go do the thing. I miss that. So where is that?
Well, listen, I had to.
But I think it goes back to you put us on this pedestal. Yes. We're this porcelain doll. Yes. And because you love us, and because, there's certain things that you do, you got to get the thing. All right, that's going to be good. But we got